everything that I need to do to make sure that the video is downloadable. I don't know why it's not downloadable. So that's why I have to download it and host it on YouTube so that it can be there at least permanently. So, but for some of us who doesn't know how to download from YouTube, let me quickly take us through how to do so. Okay. Okay, where is this thing? No scrolling up. Okay. Here is the link to the YouTube, right? Let me open the YouTube. Have this. So when you have a video like this on YouTube, the easiest way to do that is that after you launch the video like this and the video start playing, the next thing you do is you go to the beginning of the video. Before this Y, after dot www.youtube, before the YouTube you put double S. You see that now it has changed to SS YouTube. If you start with SS YouTube before you launch it, it will not take you to where you're going to download. But when you allow the video to start playing and you put SS double S at the beginning, then hit OK. With this, it will take you to this website, ensafefrom.net. You can see the video. So here's the video now. So if you download it like this, or you change the quality of the video, just download it like this. It will open, it will take you to an advert page. Close the advert page. It's likely to be a bet page or whatever. Just close it. It will take you back to where you were before, which is the main sheet. Now, as it is now, the video is already downloading now. So if I check my download, it should be downloading now. Check download. Where is it? Download. I think it should be downloading by now. Can I see it from here? Can you see now? The video is coming to my desktop straight away. You get it now. So that is the easiest way to download from YouTube. That's all. Let me see. That's how I know it to be the easiest way known to me to download from YouTube. Okay. Okay, let me remove it. Let me stop it before wasting my data. Okay. So I think that is clear. So to download from YouTube, once again, just put double S in front of this Y. Before the Y, put double S there. Double S. So it takes you to a new web page entirely where you can see the video. This is the video. And if you cannot see the video, if the video is not showing, no problem. Go back to your link, copy the link from here, copy the link from wherever you can copy the link and come and paste the link here. You can paste any video link here, any YouTube video. Once you paste the link here, you can download the video. Just click on download and it's going to download for you. I hope that is clear now. So any video from YouTube, that is a way to download it from YouTube source. Okay. Back to this place. Now. Okay, so I think we can now start today's class. For those of us who are having issue with the yesterday video, I don't know why Teams make it difficult, but I think you must have watched some of them online and be able to practice with what we did. Then later we can now go ahead and download with the method I just show you. So this one is applicable to any video on YouTube. Any video on YouTube, you can just apply that system to it. You download it easily to your desktop, even to your phone. Even on the phone, if you use the same method, you download to your phone or download to your desktop. Okay. Now, back to today's work. So today, we are going to move forward on the the class we've been having so far on Excel, we're going to focus more on pivot table and the pivot chart today. We're going to focus on pivot table and pivot chart today.
Sorry, I've been downloading the video of the other one.
Which one?
The one you say you will show us.
Yes, I've shown you. I've shown people. After the class, you will see that is the first thing you see on the video. That's what you see on today's class. I just explained how to do that now. So we're going to start with pivot table. When you talk about pivot table is one of the greatest tools that Excel has provided for us, that makes it easy to summarize the data in a very easy way. The simplest way, it makes summarization easy when it comes to data, and one of the greatest tools that is being used for data analysis. And it's also a tool that also that helps in the visualization too. So it makes visualization interactive. With the help of pivot table and slicers, we'll be able to interact with our data, and we make our data more interactive, or our dashboard interactive in a better way. Now, so we're going to look at this particular, we're going to work on this particular data today. This data on Superstore data and the Superstore data set. I think we use this data for our first class on a Power BI. I think so. I think we use this data for Power BI, the first master class we had. So today I'm going to use the same data for our Excel. So let's look at this data. This is a sample store that has numbers of transactions. How many transactions? We have 9,994 transactions on this list. So on the column, you can see the number of columns we have. We have row ID, order date, ship mode, that is the mode of delivery to customer, the customer ID, the customer name, segment, country or region, and city, state, okay. We have the city, we have the state, postal code, region, product ID, categories, different category of product they have, subcategories, product name, sales, discount, profit. We have sales, we have discount, we have quantity, okay, and we have profit. So, which means that if you look at it from this perspective, the sales, do you have any cost? There's no cost. There's no cost. Okay, we only have the sales. Okay. The sales and quantity. Does this sales mean that is it total sales or per unit? You don't know. If total sales or per unit, whichever one. If it is per unit, it means you are going to create, but since it's sales, not price, so let's assume is sales value. Let's assume it to be sales value. If it is unit price, I think it will be shown as a unit price. So let's take it like that. Now, to create pivot table, I hope we've downloaded the workbook, everyone, the Superstore workbook. So to create pivot table, what you do is you go to insert. After insert, you see on the left side there, you see pivot table. Pivot table. We also have by the side recommended pivot table. We have pivot table and we have recommended pivot table. Whichever one you like, can just pick. But for the purpose of learning, let's just go into pivot table straight away. I click on pivot table. Now you will see that it has selected the area that is likely to be the area of my data. So we have from A1, you can see dollar sign in front of it so that the range can be fixed. A1 to U9995, which is correct. So, and down here you see use an external data source. We are not using that for now. We have a new worksheet and existing worksheet. If I want my data to show, I don't want to show my pivot table on this worksheet. I will choose existing worksheet. Then I will choose a location. Because I can just select a location here and I click OK. So the pivot table will show by the side of my data. You can see the pivot table here immediately. But to make it easier, I will not use that. So let me take this off. Let me delete it. Okay. Now, let me now go back to where I want to use it. Now, everyone, you can try what I want to do now. Select, just click on anywhere within your data set. Follow the step now. Click anywhere within your data set. Click on Insert and click on Pivot Table. Now, you will leave it on New Worksheet. Leave that new worksheet and click OK. Click on OK. Now, you should have something like this on your home workbook. So if you get what I get, you have this blank table. Type ready in the chat box. Ready in the chat box. If you have seen what I have, you have something like this. Just type.
Hello, sir. You said we should click a new worksheet.
Click on any area within your data set. Just click on something, on any of the content, just anywhere within the data set. Click on Insert and click on Pivot Table. Leave it at, you will see the option. Leave it at New Worksheet and click OK. Yeah.
Okay.
Once you are done, type ready in the chat box. Ready in chat box. Ready in the chat box. So you should have something like this. Have ready, type ready in the chat box. So if you're just joining us, select your data anywhere within the dataset. Click on Insert and select Pivot Table. That's just it. Click on your data set, just anywhere. Within data, click on Insert, select Pivot Table, and click OK. You make sure you have this new sheet being pointed to. Click on OK. You're going to have something like this as a new table for analysis. So this is a pivot table, empty pivot table. This empty pivot table. So once you are ready, just type ready in the chat box. Ready in the chat box. Ready, 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 ready. Okay, thank you very much. Now, so the next thing we're going to do now is, how do we make use of this empty?
Tim, sorry, I don't know. Maybe the type of Excel I'm using, I don't know, because the type of pivot table I'm having here is not the same thing as yours.
Is it empty? Do you have empty pivot table? Don't worry. Do you have empty pivot table like this?
Exactly. Yes.
Don't worry. Or however it look like, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. What matters is let's get the basic of how to use it, and other ones, whichever is there, you just undo any moment, you just keep firing on.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you click on this pivot table, you see that there is a pivot table field shown on the right side. You see pivot table field on the right side. If you click outside this, the pivot table will the feed will go off. You see that we cannot see the feed again. But when I click on the pivot table again, the feed will show. And when I click on pivot table, you see something as additional tab. Pivot table tool to analyze and design. You see pivot table tool. When you click on pivot table, you will see the tool here. Is that okay? But when you click outside this pivot table, there's nothing. You will not see the tool again, and you will not see your field. So sometimes when you are working and you cannot, you just click on the table, the field will show. And on this field, the pivot field, what we call field here are actually the columns. All the columns we have here are now referred to as field here. We have row ID, other ID, all this ID that we have before. We have all this ID before. So, and down here, you see 4 boxes. We have filter, we have column, we have row, and value. Now, look at it. Look at this place very well. You see, drop your filter here. This is the area where the filter is going to stay. The filter is going to stay here. Anything, when you put something on filter, it's going to come up here. And anything you drop on row will show here. Anything you drop on column will show here. Anything you drop on value will drop here. I think that is very clear. We have 4 things here. We have the filter, we have the row, we have the column, and we have value. Now we're going to start the journey from value. How do we make our value? Value, this is where the figure you want to summarize will drop under value. You see, if you look at it here, you see this row, you see column, but here you see summation. This is mathematical sign, summation sign. Please, let's remain muted, please, everyone. Let's remain muted, please. So now I'm going to drag my sales as the first step. I'm going to drag my sales into value. Let's see what happened. You see what we have here? We have the sum of sales. 222, is it 2 million or 2,297,200.86? Can you try it, everyone? Now, make sure you click on the pivot table so that you can see the field. Click on pivot table, drag your sales figure and drag it into value. Drag your sales into value. You should get 2,297,200. If you get that, there's no. Yeah, let's try it, everyone. Let's try that. So drag your sales into value. You should have the sales summary automatically. All your sales will be added together immediately. That's the summary of your sales. So that is a way to make use of our value cell.
Sorry, sir. How did you get the small table by the top left hand? Because when I just dragged it, the sum of sales will just under sum of sales. The figure was just under sum of sales. I don't have
don't worry.
total.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Just do you have this? You have some of this, and you have
Yes,
and you have
I have the figure under it.
no problem.
Okay.
No problem. No problem. Okay, let me quickly do something now. For
Excuse me,
now,
sir. Excuse me,
let
sir.
me let me do.
Akin, Mr. Akin,
Hello. Yeah.
the sales. Are we going to click the small box before dragging it?
Hmm?
The small box beside it. Are we going to click it before dragging it?
No. Just drag the sales into the value only. This is what you have, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's what I have.
Okay, no problem.
Yes,
Leave it
exactly.
like that. That's your sales. That's total sales that we have. That's total sales. So if you don't get total sales, please ask question now. That's just, you can see that it's very fast in summarizing our data. Very fast. Okay, that's the first thing I want us to learn. I'm going to copy this now. Okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to copy this, Control C. Copy it. Make sure you copy everything. Control C and paste somewhere here. Control V. Once you copy everything, you can see that this is another before table. When I click on it now, another table is showing here. You can see another table. Again, this is another before table. So let's do that now, everyone. Let's copy that, the one we have, before table we have. The one we have now, and let's take it to another worksheet, and that's another cell. Now let's see how to make use of our row. How do we make use of rows now? So now I'm going to look for another field here. I'm going to drag a field from I'm going to drag a region to row. I've dragged the region to row. Or let me take it off. I just take it from here. I just drag it to my Excel. I'm going to drag my category to row. Categories now to row. I drag categories to row. Then I want to drag region to column. Region to column. So I think you can see how anything you drag to row, you can see the way it's going to show. It's going to show on the row line, row 5, row 6. And so anything you want to show by the side, whatever you want to show by the side, you have to take it to the row. Whatever you want to show on top, you have to take it to what? To column. Can you try it now, everyone? I drag my category to row and I drag the region to column. So that you can see the way each of them operate. So that when you want to analyze your data, you will know the effect of taking something from somewhere to somewhere. Wherever you put it, you know how it's going to look like. So that is the second step.
Please, sir, can you show me how you copied it? How you copied the sum of sales?
Okay, the sum of sales. Okay. I selected everything like this. I make sure my data cover, my selection cover everything here. You see now? I make sure that my data cover everything, and I copy them like just like this. Control C, and I come here, Control V. You get it now? Yes. That's a simple way to copy. If you miss something out on pivot table, it will copy, but it will not be pivot table again. For example, if I copy something like this, if I copy part of this and I leave something out, if I come here, I can paste it. It will paste. But when I click on it, you can see that there's no field. The field will not show because I left something out. But if I copy everything like this, Control C, and I paste here, Control V, this is another pivot table again. Is that okay now? So you must make sure that your selection cover everything. With that, you'll be able to copy pivot table. Okay, that's it. So once again, let me re-explain how we get here. I copy my sales figure. If you don't want to copy, you can also create another one. You can create another one. Click on Insert, Pivot Table, Existing Worksheet, and select where you want worksheet to be, and select somewhere like this. Click OK. You have a new empty pivot table again here. So you can drag this from drag your sales to value. That's the first thing we have. Then we drag the category to row. Then I drag region. See, when I drag category to row, you can see that we now have the category by the side. You can see the categories by the side here. You can see we have all the categories and we have the sales in front of it. So furniture, 741 million. Office equipment, this million, and the technology. So total now give us what? 2.9 million. Oh, sorry, 741,000. Total now give us what? 2.29 million. So that is how to make use of row. Now, to make use of column, click on your pivot table again and drag anything you want to. Maybe you want to see the breakdown of this thing per column. You want to see the breakdown. It's okay. Let's see the breakdown by region. I drag my region to column, and here we have the region again. So that is it. If you are here, if you are where I am, and you've gotten this, type OK in the chat box. OK in the chat box. You drag something to the row and you drag the other one to column. So you will see we are able to analyze our sales based on each category. You can see the sales per category and the sales from each of the region that we also have. I see the sales by category and by region. Category and per region. Any question so far?
So
okay, you are ready? Said okay. What's your question?
So yeah, no, I just observed that the figures are where you put the figures in the values, and the rows, the ones that don't have figures, you put it in the rows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Hakim, yeah. Mute everybody.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Whatever you want to analyze, you're going to drag it to value, and the dimension you want to use to analyze it, you drag either to row or column. Is that okay, Mr. Azan? Yeah, that is it. That's how to make use of that. Now, let's move a bit further again. Let me explain more one other thing. I copy this again. I want to copy this. Ctrl V. Please let's remain muted, please, everyone. If you have question, just use the raise hand button. I will see, and I will call you when I have the opportunity to call you, so I will not be breaking the class. Now, I'm not before table now. If you look at this place, you will see that what we have here is sum of sales. What happened when we want, okay, assuming in this case, we want to analyze our customer, not our sales. And we drag customer from here to this place. It has changed. Instead of having sum of sales, what do we have here? We have count. We have count instead of what? Instead of sum of sales. So when you drag something that is not number into the value, it's going to count for you. When you drag number, it's going to give you sales. Let me remove it. Now, what now happen when you are bringing number into this value, but you don't want to sum it, you want to count? What do? You see this drop down button here, click on this drop down and select value feed settings. Value feed what? Settings. So click on this. When you select this, you have a dialog box open for you. Here you can select what you want to do with your data. You want to sum it. By default, it's come by sum. You want to count it, or you want to know the average sales, or what you want to bring in is the maximum sales, or the minimum sales, or the product, or whatever you want to use. You can always select it here by using the value feed setting. Click OK. Now you can see that now instead of having 2 million or whatever, we now have 9,994, which is the number of sales we had in our analysis. Is that clear now? Again, when you want to change something from sum, you can change from sum to anything. For example, in this case, let me bring another sum again. I'm bringing sum again for the second time. And you can see that we now have two sum. Sum of sales 2. Now, I want to change the second one into count or average sales. I can also say, okay, the sum of sales is this, while the average is this. Now, mind you, the number is not formatting well. I can select the number, right click on it, and click format number. Let's put it in number or currency, whichever one you like. Check the box to show the thousands. Select number of unit, number of decimal you want, 2 or 1, and click OK. Now it's going to look like a real number now. So do the same thing for this number format. You have this, and click OK. So we have the average sales of what? 229.86. Now the first one is what? Sum of sales. Right, the second one is what? Average sales. So you can remove the 2. Average sales, sum of sales. Any question on that? Any question?
Hello, Mr. Kim. Did you put value under the column?
No, because because it has created 2 columns now. We now have, because I brought in two sales into the value. So we now have 2 columns here, column 1, column 2. That's why it automatically creates a column of value itself. Yeah. Assuming we want to analyze this now, this data we have now, we now want to analyze it by do we have gender here or marital or whatever? We don't have. Let's say we want to know the customer we have. Okay, there's no customer, either male or female or gender or whatever. No problem. Okay, now these sales and analysis we have now, let's quickly analyze this by the segment that we have in the company.
Sorry for calling you back, sir. Sorry, okay. I did not get that where you get the sum and the average very well.
You see this drop down here. Look at my screen. Hello?
Yeah, I can
click
see.
on this, click on the drop down. You see something like drop down here. Click on it, you see value field settings.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can select whatever you want. Summarize value as, is it sum or count or average or max?
Select
if you don't see,
if I select average, it's going to add it to the second column.
Yeah, because we have to, I brought sales twice to this place. I brought the sales. I first brought one sale, sum of sales. I brought another one, sum of sales. So we have two sales there, and I converted one to average.
Okay, let me try it now.
Yeah, so you can bring any other thing. You can bring profit and count. You can bring as many things as possible to it. Then the other way around, if you don't make use of this drop down, you can still right click here. Right click, you see value field settings here. And you can say, okay, I want to know total profit. That is sum of profit, and hit okay. So the profit can be before the sales. And we have the profit also. Let's click on this and the number format. Number format, check the box and hit okay. So you can see what we have here. So that is the total sales. So that's sum of sales, profit, and the rest. Now, let's say you want to analyze this. Let's analyze this by segment. I can bring my segment to row. Now you can see now that the segment, the sales, the profit, and average sales has now been analyzed per segment. You can see this segment, each of the segment now is we are getting the value for each of the segment just by dragging the segment into the row. That is it. So that is the way. That's a simple way to analyze your data. You can analyze your data by date. Okay, let's analyze by date. Let's bring a sales by date, by month. Let's analyze our sales by month. Insert portable, select portable. Let me click on new worksheet and hit OK. We have a new worksheet here, and I'm dragging my sales into filter. Then I drag my dates, my other date into row. Now you can see that the date has been summarized into year, quarter, and other dates. I can take other date out. I can take my year out, my quarter out. We still have years here. This is my design. Come on. So you will have something like this. Now this is what we have here is year. You can right click again. Okay. Even before taking out the year, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Let me take out the year and quarter. So you can see the month. We don't have month here. This month, either month or date, whatever you have here, you can right click and regroup. Right click on your date. This one will show us all the sales per month. Let's quickly format the number first. Format number. And let's select this, and hit OK. So you can see the sales per month. So you can right click on the month here. Let's click on the month and group. With the group, you can say, okay, we are starting from the 3/1, 2020, 2016, 12 days. How do you want to group your data? Is it by month or by year or by whatever? So you can select what you want from here. I want to group them by year and quarters only. You remove month, just click OK. It will group for you by quarter and year. Can you try that, everyone? Let's try it out. Drag your date, sales to value, date to row, and group your date by year and quarters only. Quick one,
Lisa,
everyone.
Can you explain just that part again? Where you say we should do again?
You see what you have on your date here, on your other date column. Right click on the other date and click group.
How did you get the date by?
Just drag the date to drag your date to row. That's all.
I know. What's January, February? How do you get it?
That's what I'm showing here now. I said group, right click on your date. Any date you have here, right click on the date. Then click
I'm only showing 01 something 01.
Don't worry. Click on group. Click on group. When you click on group, you can select what you want, either month or quarter or year. Whatever you like, select it under the group and click OK.
You should select quarter.
Anyone you like, but I want you to use year and quarter now. Year and quarter.
Now we're showing the pivot table cannot overlap another pivot table.
You have to create a new sheet.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm going to use quarter and year and hit OK. That is it. You can see that quickly, it quickly explain your data to you. It explain your data as quick as possible to you. Can't you see that it's very amazing? Pivot table is very amazing, very fast and very quick. Then let's do one more thing. Before I move. Yeah.
I'm finding it difficult here, sir.
Is that what?
I'm finding it difficult to get how you arrive here.
How? Which area is giving you difficulty?
So I've copied the order date into the rows and the value into the sum of sales.
Into the value.
What I'm
okay.
Sir?
Okay, what are you now having? What's the problem you are facing?
First one, I'm having other dates. It's now showing the date 1/3/2016.
It doesn't matter. Yes.
So now the sum of sales is beside it. So I don't know how you get around the January to December.
I said you should right click.
On the what?
I click on the date now and group the date. It's very simple.
I can't find any group there. There's no
that
group.
That date you have. Right click on the date. That's your date you have, and click on group. You see group. When you right click, you see
find any group here. That's my problem. I can't find any group here.
Can you share your screen? Let's see your screen.
Okay.
Share your screen with us. Let's see your screen and see where the mistake is.
All right, sir.
Okay. Share your screen.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sorry, I just came in and I made the lecture halfway. I don't know. I don't even understand. I'm just trying to have a grab.
Late comer.
But I thought I will be able to meet up. I don't know.
You will see meet up. Don't worry. You'll meet up. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right click on the date, on your date.
Okay.
Right click on the date. Right click. Let's see.
I've done that, sir. This is.
Okay. Hold on. Are you using Excel? This is not Excel now. You are using WPS or what? Or this is Excel Online, right? Is it Excel Online or WPS?
I think Excel Online.
Excel Online. Okay, no problem. Hold on. We have summarize other date in front of this subtotal. In front of this subtotal, click on the arrow in front of it. Let's see what we have there. That's what we have here. No, it can't be that. Then what else do we have here? We have this. We have show settings, hide pivot list. What is not showing? There's nothing like grouping here. Okay. There's nothing like grouping here, truly. Okay. Click on source. Okay. Value, the value filter. Let's see the value filter or the date filter. Right click again. Right click again. Let's see. The value filter. No. That cannot work. Can be.
Can I download another one now? Another Excel now?
Don't you have Excel on your system? No, you can't download the Excel. Do you have Excel on your system?
Yeah, I use Excel. Yeah.
No. This is Excel Online. This is Excel Online. This you are working inside browser. Can you see browser here? You are working inside browser here.
Okay.
You are in browser, not in Excel workbook.
So can I download Excel now? That's what I'm saying. So that I can follow up with you.
You should have Excel on your system. You need to download Excel now. Minimize this. Let's see. Minimize this.
You don't need to download. Open the Excel book.
Yeah. Okay. Click on the search button on the bottom left here. Click on the search button on the bottom left. Okay. Sorry, is there the search button there? Type Excel. Type Excel. Let's see what is happening. Type Excel. Maybe you don't have Excel on your. Okay, you have Excel now. This is Excel app. Yeah. This is Excel now.
Okay, I should just.
This is Excel app. Yeah. This is Excel. I think you use 365. This is Excel. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Excel. Then click on file. Click on file. Click on file.
And then open, right?
Click on open.
Okay.
Yeah. And go to download and click on the workbook we just downloaded. Click on browse. Browse. See browse here. Okay. Check download. It should be there. It's not there. Okay. It means you didn't download from your WhatsApp. Or where is the data? Where is the data? Where is data? You just click on it from the browser, right? You open directly from browser.
Exactly. That's what I did.
Download it and open it with Excel. Download it now. Yeah. Download it. Yeah. That will give you to follow up with us. Go back to your browser. Cancel this. cancel. There's nothing here. You can see here. Yeah, cancel this. Go back to your browser and download from your WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, download. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So that is where you have the issue. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can take my screen. Okay, so that is the that's why he's having issue. That is Excel Online or WPS, something like that. So you use the normal Excel desktop to get the real value that we are trying to pass. Okay, so that is that. And there one more thing I want to show us before moving to other part of this pivot table is this. Let me copy the cells again. I want to copy the cells. Control C. And let's come to display and paste again. Control V. Now this time around, I want to show us how filter works. Now, we've not talked about filter. So I still want to leave the cells here. Oh no, let's take the cells out. I want to analyze our product. Or let's analyze our customer. Let's analyze our customer. We can bring their customer name or customer ID. So I've brought the customer, and I want to see the customer. I want to see where each of what product or the region where they come from. Whatever this US, take it out. Let's bring let's look at it from
let's do state.
The state, right? Okay, let's bring their state here. Okay, so you can see the number of customers from each of the states. Thank you very much. You can see the customer from each of the states. Good. Now, I want us to make use of the filter now. We've not used filter before. Now, let's filter. Let's see how filter works now. Let's say we want to bring, let's filter it by category, by product category. Anyone, whatever, it depends on what you want to achieve. But in this case, let's filter it by product category. I'm dragging category into filter. Can you see now? I'm dragging into filter, so you will see the category will show up here. The moment I drag anything to the filter, you're going to see it above your pivot table. What this does is not the normal filter. Now you can say, okay, let's see the furniture. We want to see the customer for furniture only from each of these whatsoever country, and hit OK. You see that it will reduce. We have filtered them by furniture. We have filtered them by office supplies only. And you can filter by what? By technology. Okay. And if you want to filter, you want to use more than one item, you can select this one, which means by selecting this box, it makes it easy for you to select more than one item. So now we have multiple items selected together. You can have more than, you can also have more than one filter too. Let's say, okay, let's bring subcategory also. So this. Now it means that, let's say we want to see all the furnitures. Want to see furnitures, right? But from furniture, we also want to see just under the furniture only. We want to see something else again. Maybe you want to see chairs and click OK. So you can see that the number of customers that buy furniture and also chairs are here. If you want to see the sales, the make through each of the customer, we can also add our sales to this. Now you can see the number of sales we make from furniture and share, just shares only. To call it format number. And okay, good. Can you see now? So very quick, very fast, and seamless pivot table. That is how good it is, or how easy it is to use pivot table. So in summary, whatever you want to analyze, you are going to drag anything you want to analyze into value. In this case, we analyze our customer and our sales. In previous case, we've analyzed our customer, our profit, and average sales. We have used the column. You see how we drag something to the column, and it's going to create a new column for us very, very fast. And also, we have seen how to group our date. Not only date, we can also group numbers also. We can also group numbers. For example, in this case, we don't have age. Like, assuming we have age of customers, we can group them into maybe adult, teenagers, whatsoever. We will not use the adult, but we can use 1 to 10, 10 to 20, and the rest. For example, when you look at something like this, this one cannot work. You see group, you still see group here. You cannot group this, something like this. So you see group there, just like what we have here. You see group. With that group, you see 1 to 10. You can say, okay, you should group by 10, 10, or 5, 5, or 7, 7. So you can group the age, and you have the age group in a very effective way. So that is that on how to create pivot table. Now, you can see that when we click on pivot table, you will see that my table is different, slightly different from yours. Why? Because you see above here, you see pivot table tool. Please, just at this point, just listen. Don't do anything now. Just listen here now. What is important is what we've learned, how to create pivot table. But to format and other things, you have to just watch what I'm doing. You can now practice that later. Please don't miss anything here at this point, please. Now, when you click on analyze, there are a lot of things you can do with pivot table here. You have name. You can change the name. You can change the name. You can see that this name now we have pivot table 10. I can say, okay, instead of pivot table 10, I can say state analysis. State analysis. That is it. Okay. So I can change the name of the table. I change the name. And under option here, this option button here, from the option button, you can do a lot of things here. Merge and center, display this and that. And you see that when we started, total rows, you want to show the total rows or the total for column. You want to show the total row for whatever, subtotal, all those things. You can check, you can remove. If you don't want to show something or do something, you add it to it. And you have the display button here. When you want to show the expansion button or whatever, or like what you saw my screen displaying before is this classic pivot table layout. That's what I used before. Click OK. You see that it's different now. That's where you see the line in my table before. So under analyze, you have this option. You can do a lot of things with your options: display, printing, data, whatsoever. You can do a lot of things here. And under the analyze also, we also have the field settings. The same field setting that we have before. We can have it like this. And we also have show value as. Show value as what? Now let's say we have, let's bring in I want to bring another sales into this place. I'm taking another sales here now. Another sales in between this sales and count. Now I right click on this. I click on I can use value feed or I can use either of this. You're going to get the same thing. So if I use value feed settings, you can see we have summarize as and show value as. So either you use from here or from here, whichever way you like. Show value as what? You can now say, okay, as percentage of grand total. And I click OK. You can see percentage of sales from each of these states based on this filter. You can see the percentage that we made from each of the states. So we have changed from sales now is now a percentage of sales. You can change the name either here to percentage of sales. Percentage of sales. Very easy, very seamless. So it means that it's not that because you have selected sales and it has to be sales. No, it has to be just sum or whatever. You can always summarize and you can show value as however way you want it to show. Percentage of total column or grand total or row total or percentage of anything, differences between something and something. You can also do all those ones. So let me clear the filter here. Let me clear the filter. All. Okay. And they're all. Okay. Okay. So you can see the percentage has changed now. Percentage of contribution by each of these sales. So that is that. Now back to analyze again. Here we have.
Remain that percentage of sales. How do you remain it? Rename.
Say what?
How did you rename that this?
Just click on it and sell. Just click on it and you rename it. That's all. Just click. Number of customers. Get it down. Just click on it and you just go and edit it. That one does not need anything. Number of customers. Number of customers we have. That's it. So just click on the header and change it. The heading and change it to anything you want to change it to. Now let's come back here or whichever table again. Let me click on this. Now go back to analyze and okay. The slider is not coming up here because it has does it have filter? Why? The slider is not active. What's wrong? Is there compatibility mode? Hello? Click on your pivot table and click on analyze. Is your filter active? Your filter, is it active?
Yes, it's active.
It's active, okay. Who else again? I think it's because I'm using compatibility mode.
The filter option is not active.
Active, okay. Now, if you check your own, maybe you're also using lookup, you will see your Excel in compatibility mode. Is that so? If it's not active, perhaps your Excel is also in compatibility mode. So let's change it to the normal workbook. Let me save it as Excel workbook. Instead of this, now I'm going to select Excel workbook and click OK, save. I think it should work now.
Excuse me, sir, I did not see analyze. So if I click on, I didn't see analyze on my own.
When you see pivot table, what do you see? You see pivot tool, right? Do you see pivot table tool?
No.
No. When you must see it. When you click on pivot table, you must see the tool. You must see the table tool above it. Yeah. Is that design or analyze? You must see. Still not showing. Why? I've saved it as. Yes. Hello.
My own is bringing out design, not analyze.
Your own is bringing out
design, not analyze.
Design. Yeah. And with the design, is it not can you see where you can change the name and other things?
I can change the name actually. I can change the name.
Okay.
I can edit the name on that on the pivot itself. But you know that
no. I mean no. What I'm talking about this. When you click on that your design, does it give you opportunity to change pivot table name? You have some option. Can you share your screen? One of you should share screen. Let's see one of your screen. If you are not having the same thing we're having, let's see one of your screen. Yeah.
Maybe
Let's
the
see one
other
of
way
your
you can
screen.
just I'm using it's not a laptop I'm using laptop in one place and my listening another place.
Okay, somebody can share his
Okay.
screen. Let somebody share his screen with us. Let somebody share his screen with us.
I'm sharing my screen. This is it.
Okay, share your screen. Let's see your screen.
I've shared it.
Okay, it's coming up. Yeah, where is the Excel?
This is it.
We can see your screen now. We see your screen. You have now opened your Excel. Where is the Excel?
This is it. This is it. This is it now.
No. We are seeing your desktop only.
Okay.
Where is the Excel? Yeah.
Did you see it now?
No. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing the Excel yourself?
I'm seeing the Excel. I opened the Excel.
No, are you working on the Excel? Yeah, click on before table now. Let's see your before table.
Have you seen it?
You have taken off your screen now. Reshare your screen again.
No.
Have you seen it now?
Reshare your screen again.
We are not seeing it.
Reshare your screen again. You have stopped sharing. You have stopped sharing. Hello.
Hello. Someone else should share because I've shared it and I don't know.
You have stopped it. Reshare. I said reshare.
I click on the share button and this is
again.
Yeah, I've clicked it.
Can't see your
Let
screen.
me share my own.
Okay. Somebody should share his screen.
I'll see.
Let's see what you are having on your own screen. If you are not having pivot table field, what do you have? Let's see what you have. If you don't have the format, what format to? Let's see what you have there.
Oh, wow.
Click on share and you select screen.
I know.
Yeah.
This one seems not to be responding.
It's not responding. Okay. And when it responds, we'll see.
Are you able to see it?
Okay. Your screen is coming up, Dr. Mike. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you click on it, you can see that we have analyze and design on your own too.
Yes.
So if you don't have analyze and design, share your screen. Let's see what you have on your own. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Tomori. Good.
I'm working on my own. I will try to log in with my laptop. So you admit me.
Okay, when you log
in, you can continue with it.
And when you share the screen, I will see. It will stop my own. Yeah. It's multi screen sharing that we are using. You can share the screen anytime. So let me continue.
I cannot see analyze and design on my own. How do I share my screen? I click on the share button. I click on the share button. Have you seen it?
And you select screen.
Screen, okay.
When you click on share button, you now click on screen.
Oh, okay. Did you see it now?
It's coming up. Yeah, we can see your screen now. Yeah.
So this is it.
You have it now. We have pivot table analyze now at the top. Can you see at the top?
This,
yeah, that is it now. And you have design. Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. You're also good to go. So everything we are doing, you can also see it there. Now, hold on. Before you close this thing, you can see that your own slicer is not active also. It means you're also working in compatibility mode. Can you see? Look up. You see Excel compatibility mode. So save as. Click on file. Save it as normal workbook. Save as. Where you want to save it? Where are you saving it? Is it desktop or document? Where?
Desktop.
Okay, click on desktop. Now click on this 2097 to 2007 and click on the first one, Excel workbook. Now, okay. Save now.
Save.
Yeah. Then close it. Go and open it. Go and open it from desktop now. Close this. Go and open from desktop. Your slicer should be active.
Is it no or yes? Yes, I
It
want
depends
to.
on you. You want to see what you have. All these two files here. These two files here is asking you. You want to fill
So
them
where is
again
this?
on desktop now. Superstore. Therefore, yeah, maximize it. Now click on your pivot table design now.
Pivot table design.
Yeah. Your inside, you can see that slicer is now active now. The slicer is now active. Okay.
Okay.
I will show you.
Yeah, it's active. It's active.
Okay, good. So that is the way. So when you are working with compatibility mode, you may have something like that. So when you have something like that, just save it as a normal Excel workbook and then close it, then reopen. So that is it here. This is my own. Analyze, you see, insert slicer. Okay. Now, so I will not do that for now, but just make sure that it's not active. Now, sometimes you need to change source, data source. Imagine that we added a new column here on this order. And so we added a new column here. And you know, we are working with range. If you are working with table, when you add anything to your table, automatically it will show as part of the name. But in the case whereby we have range like this, and you want to add a new column. Let's say you want to add cost of sales. Cost of sales. I think we add a new column called cost of sales now. And let's say the cost of sales is maybe 75% of this times 75%. I just use this as example. And we just copy this down. Now, when you come to your analysis, you will not see it. That one will not show here. So wherever you want to use it, you have to go back to your analyze and change the data source. The source is actually from A to U before. But now we've added V to it. So go back to analysis, select analyze, and select change data source. Then you now change the source from A to what? To V. You can see where the data source end before. So you can change it to what? To V. Just change the V and hit OK. Now you can now see cost of sales in this analysis now. Can you see cost of sales now? You can see cost of sales here now. So that means on this particular pivot table now, cost of sales is there. But other ones is not here until you change. If you want to do the same thing for other ones, you have to make sure you change the source for whichever way you want, whatever you want to add the pivot table whatsoever on. And finally, sometimes when you cannot find your pivot table field, just come back to analyze and hit of this. You can see that when I click on this now, my pivot field is no longer showing. It's not showing. Just come to analyze and then click on this. It will show up. You see it immediately. That's that. Then the other thing we also want us to is design. Under the design, there are a lot of things you can do under the design. You can see different design that you have. You can select anything, any design of your choice. You can do anything with your design. You can just select anything, and you can brand your row. You can brand your column. You can decide on what you want to work. But here, what is important here is sometimes you want to add subtotal. Like in this case of the quarter, where we have the quarters. If you want to have the subtotal before the grand total, come to design. You see the subtotal button here. Do not show subtotal. Can you see that when I take it off, subtotal was off now? You want to show total, show all subtotal at the bottom of the group, or want to show the subtotal at the top. You can show at the top, subtotal at the top of each of the group, or you can show subtotal at the bottom of each of the group. The grand total also, you want to have the grand total for column and row. I think we have something like that here. Here we have grand total for column, you have grand total for row. You can come to analyze, come to your design, grand total for row, a column, you can off it, you can off one, you can off row only, you can off column only, and you can on for both. So you have the option here. And you have the layout. We have 4 different type of layout here. You have compact mode. Sometimes you may not see it in some cases, but in some cases it will show better. Let's look at this case here. Let's look at this case we have here. Come back to the sign. Let me change this to compact mode. Can you see that it has changed? Can you see the mode has changed? I can say, okay, I want outline mode. It's under mode. My report mode can also be in tabular mode. So those are 3 ways by which you can actually present your data: report mode, outline mode, and compact mode, or tabular mode. So also we have row. You want to if you want to insert blank row after each item, you can insert blank row. After 2016, there's a blank row. 2017, there's a blank row. 2018, there's a blank row. So all these, you can always use them to format your visuals. So that is that on pivot table. So the next thing we're going to look at is pivot chart. Pivot chart now. So I'm taking this back to mount for the sake of our analysis now. I'm taking this back to mount, go back to group, and just select mount, and I uncheck these 2. It's okay. What happened? Mount. Okay. Okay, so I take it back to mount deliberately, and for the purpose of this, okay, let me look at that one here. Let's remove okay, let's remove all these long this thing and make it simple. Free cells, and okay, let's leave these 2. Let's leave these two, and this one, we have the total cells there. Okay, let me add like 2 things there. Control C, Control V. But this time around, I'm going to change this one to average cells, or number of cells. Number of cells. And the 3rd one, and the number of customers here. Okay, it will overlap. Customer, yeah. Okay, then remove this. Okay, we have number of sales, sum of sales, count of sales, and customer. Okay, no matter. So let's quickly look at how to create pivot chart. Now let's start from, let's look for a simple one, simple chart somewhere. Okay, let's look at what we have here. This is our data analysis. So when you want to create a pivot chart, there are 2 ways. Under design, under analyze, you see pivot chart here. And under the insert also, you have pivot chart also here. So whichever way you like, just click on pivot chart, and your pivot chart, you can see that we have options there. So what are you going to use when you are creating chart? So you have options. You have column chart, line chart, pie chart, anything you like. You can use any of the chart of your choice. But when you are talking about trend, in most cases, trend is always good when you are working with trend to use a line chart or area chart. Both of them work well with trend. So you can work with trend. Let's select line chart and hit OK. So that is it. I've just created the chart now. So with this, you can see the trend of our sales from January to December. You can see the trend of our sales from January to December. That is it. Let me cut it. Okay, let me cut it. Control X. Control X. And take it to a new sheet. Take it to a new sheet. Control V. This is our line chart. Our sales analysis by month. By different month. Whatever you do here, will show here. If you come back here and add year to it also, you still show. It's okay. Group and say year and month. It's okay. So if you have year and month and you go back to your sheet, you can see all the years and months here. So whatever you do on your pivot chart, pivot table will show on pivot chart here. So you can see the trend of the sales from here to December, start again from here to December. You can see the year, the trend, everything just follows each other.
Nervous, I was writing. How do you create that chart again?
Why are you writing when we are talking?
You have to get the chart now, the write-up, sir.
You still have the videos now for you. Please always let us focus.
Okay.
When you get it, there is no amount of writing that will make you to forget. Just get it first, please. So, you know what? I'm going to create another one again. You still go to see how to create another one again. So that is how to create a line chart. Now let's go back to this place. Now from here, from this chart, I'm looking at the simple chart. From this chart now, from this one that we have here, let me remove the profit from here. From here, let me just remove profit from here. Now, let me click on this and I click on analyze. You see pivot chart here. Can you see now how we get it? You can go to insert, you see pivot chart. And you can use analyze there. You see pivot chart. Whichever one you like, you see analyze. So this time around, I want to make use of either pie chart or pie chart. We have different options of pie chart. Let's use donut chart and hit OK. So we have another chart now. Is that clear now? You see how we did it now?
Yeah.
How we insert the chart. Is that clear now? How we insert the chart. So just select the pivot table, then go to design, you see pivot chart there. Sorry, go to analyze, you see pivot chart there. Just click on pivot chart and you're going to see the pivot chart. That is it. So let me cut this again, Control X, and take it to Control X. Control X. Please, can you remain muted, Mr. Geoffrey? Thank you. I think my sister is disturbing you there. That's the reason why. It's making you to look on that place. Okay, no wala.
Where am I looking?
No, you are writing paper. You said you are writing down there now. So it's not making you to focus very well. Okay, no wala, sir. Let's just move on. That's just by the way. Okay. So we have two charts here. Let's create two more charts. Then I will now show you how to format them. Just very easy to just create chart. Let's create two more charts. Let's look at this chart. This one, can this one give us something? Okay, let's try something here. Let's try something here. Go to analyze and let's click on the pivot chart. And now when you have something like this, let me click on this here. Let's learn something. Let's learn something from here. Let's learn something from here. Okay, this is another chart again. No voila. Control X, and let me bring it here. Control V. We have another chart here. We have 3 charts already, Abby. Then let's create one chart here again to make it 4 charts. We need this. Okay, let me try this. And I'm going to take percentage out from here. We will learn something from this chart also. Let's create a chart from here. Oh, God. Pivot chart. And let's click on this and hit OK. Okay. Let's cut this also. Control X also. Go back to this place and let's place them here. Control V. Now we have 4 different charts here. Now, before we start formatting, you can see that we have created, if you have one line, assuming we have one line something here. If you have something like one line something here, we can just create a column chart without all this line. I think that that's a simple way. But I deliberately use the one that has many of these so that we can learn from it. Let me create a simple column chart for us. A simple column chart, something like this. You can just create, analyze, and then just create what do you call it? For chart, select column chart. You know, this is a very simple column chart or bar chart. You can change it. You can go back to this place and change the chart. Change it to column chart, bar chart. So you can always change and do anything you want to do. So it's very simple way of creating chart. When a chart is not clear to you, use another chart. Sorry, when a chart is not appealing to you, use another one. And you have to know something. When you are comparing something, when you want to compare something and another thing, you use column chart, bar chart, and column, bar, and pie chart. They are very easy to interpret and very easy to explain. When you are talking about trend, you want to compare the month, the year, the movement along the line, it's good to use either line chart or area chart. It's not, all those things I'm talking about, they are not fixed, but they are very good way of presenting your data. Now, the first one we have here is this line chart. Let's quickly see what we can do with line chart. The moment you click on the line chart, we now have 3 things here: analyze, design, and format. So from the format here, you can format this box, anything here, from here. Change field, bring backward, all these things. You can do a lot of this here. But to format the chart itself, you have this option on the right side where you have the chart element. The chart element here. So let me take this down a bit. So you can see it only. I just see that only. Now we have this box, this plus sign here. This is where you can show what you determine what you want to show. The axis title, the chart title. If you want to choose, you want to take off the chart title, take it off. That total will go off. You want to change, you want to give it a name, you can come here and give it a name. Sales analysis, monthly, okay, sales analysis by year and month. Can you see? So by taking it off, it will disappear again. Now we have data label. When you want the number, instead of showing the number at the side, if you want the number to show on each of these charts, we use what is called data label. You can see all the numbers will show, but we can take it off again because it's too much for us. Data table also. The table we use for this data, you can also show data table below your data. You want to show data table, you can show the table. This is a table. If you expand it, the table will become clearer and clearer. But for the purpose of the class, we will not need that. You can see that the table is coming up. January, the amount, February, up to whatever. So, but for the purpose of the class now, we don't need that for now. So these are the things you can always add or remove. We have the grid line. This line in between, you can take it off. You can leave it. But in most cases, you are likely to take it off. In most cases. And the legend, when you have multiple color like this, you will need legend. You need a legend where the legend will show you, okay, this is east, this is west, this is south, this is this and that. So we also have what is called trend line. The trend line will show you a kind of the trend of the sales, how the sales is going, the average. It will take the average of the sales, which you can also leave in your analysis, depending on what you want to, the kind of analysis you are doing. So let me expand this space again a bit. Now, that is that. Now, for each of them, we have more options. For each of them, there is an option for more. Apart from clicking them here, you have more options here. You can see import of axis. You have more. So when you click on more, the more option, the format option will show on the right side. This way you now format the axis. These are the options we have. The plot area. You want to format the plot area, the chart title, which is this. Let's say you want to format chart title now. That's okay. We have selected this now. What can we do with it? We have this option on the title option. You can create a field. You want to fill it with maybe a gradient field. You can change the color. You can change anything you like here, how you want it to look like, the gradient option, the position, the transparency of the color, all those things. You can actually do them, depending on how good you are with color. Then we come to border. You can add border to it. You want the border to show. You can see that now, currently now there's no border. There's no border currently now. You can add a border. Okay, let's add solid line border so that we can see the effect. Sorry, that's on chart area. Let's add border to this. I click on when I click on this, what I did before is affecting the border area, this visual itself. But let me go back to this and select the border again. You can add solid border to it. The thickness of the border, whatever, you can always decide. You can determine how thick you want the border to be. The color of the border, let's use a color that you can see, so that you can see the effect black. I use black. You can see the black there now. So also the rounded corner, the thickness of the border also. So all those things you can increase them or reduce them from here, thickness. Then followed by that, you have the shadow here. Shadow, glow, soft edge, 3D format. You also have all those functions also here. You can select any one of your choice. You can see that it's now having the format, the chart area now is having this kind of shadow. The shadow now on this thing. If you want to add shadow to any of these also, you just click on it, go to the shadow area, add the shadow of your choice, add the color of the shadow. Like you use something like this. You want to increase the size of the shadow. You can see the shadow is increasing. You want to do the size of the shadow, the blur area, the angle, size of the shadow, the distance, all those things. So you can always explore this after the training. So that is how to format that. Then on the aspect of the numbers. So when you are doing your this number, this sum of sales, year and date, they are not necessary in most cases. We already have sales analysis by year. So we know this is sales. So this one, all this one, you can always hide them. Hide all these values, all this field. All this field, you can hide them. Hide all this. Okay, so now we know this is year already, and this is month. Now this one, on the case of the number also, you can also format numbers. To format number, you have the minimum number, you have maximum numbers, all this. You can select anything here. But the unit, this is where I'm going now. On the unit option, you can show them in thousands, or in millions, or whichever way you like. In this case now, I'm showing them in hundreds. 1,400, hundreds is showing by the side. If I'm showing in thousands, I can show them in thousands. You can see the word thousands by the side. And if I want to show them, if I want to use a custom showing myself, I can also do the custom way of numbering. Remember when we were doing number formatting? Oh, that's okay. Okay, let me where's the general? Okay. Automatic maximum of display unit. It's not showing automatic numbers. Okay. But this we still have let's see what we have. If I see the option, I will show you. For now, it's not showing here on this one. So you can see all the numbers that we have here. So the tick mark, the label.
No, this one.
I have the label option also. So all these numbers here. So what I've done now by using this, you can see that I've removed something, display unit here. That's why this on these thousands go off from here. Thousands go off here. But axis value, why? Hold on, please. Let's stay with this for now. Okay, so and the text formatting also. We also have, you can also format the text. All these numbers you have here, you can format the text, the color, everything you can do. There are a lot of things you can do with all these things. You can change the color, and you can give the background to even your server. Your chart itself can have background. Your chart can have background. You can give a background, a good background to your chart. Green field. You can change the color to any color of your choice. Any color of your choice, you can always change the color. Okay, so, and I think that's okay for now on this. But this one, let me change it back to black. Or I change this one to blue also. So let's change it back to black. The text option, back to black. I think that's okay. Okay, black, solid color, black. There, black. Okay, so that is that on this. Now let's go to line the chart. All these are just formatting thing. So on this, in the case of this, we have legend, which is very useful. But what happened if you can expand this and remove this legend? We only have these three whatsoever. Please note, when you want to create a pie chart or donut chart, when you have any long list, please don't use pie chart. When you have like a 10 item, you want to show them in pie chart, no, it's not good. Use column chart or bar chart. When you have like 3, 4, 5 items, something very small like this, is pie chart is very good for something very small. Like in this case, you just have 3 items. So looking at a glance, you quickly understand what data is saying. You quickly understand what this data is saying by looking at it like this. But if you have multiple items, like 10 items, it will confuse. You have to go up and down. And what the essence of visual is to be able to grab what data is saying at once. When you look at it, you can quickly tell us what is happening to the analysis. You get what is happening to the data. From this, if you look at something like this now, you quickly say, okay, on a yearly basis, the sales always slow in January, and perhaps around September, October, it go up, and in December, it go up again. In the January again, it comes down. You can see that every January, sales come down. So you can see the trend. You can understand the trend by looking at it at a glance, not something that we have to go up and come down, go up and come down. Difficult to understand, no. So when you now have too many numbers, it will give you, it makes something very difficult to really understand. So in this case, let's quickly format this. Let's give it a name. Let's call it, let's add chart title. Let's give it a name. Sales analysis by what? By segment. By segment. Okay. So we can format it the same way we format this, but we may not do all this one now because of time. So I want to hide all this, and I want to hide this. I want to hide this now. Delete this and delete that one. Now here now, I want to add the label to it. This is the label we have. You can see the amount of sales contribution by each of them. But let's click on the more option and see what we can do. We want to show it. We want to call it out. This is call out. You can see the difference between show number and call out. Okay. Now with call out, now you can see we now have the name of each of the segments. You know, instead of having the name by the side, you can now see the name by the head, and you can see the percentage here. So let's click on more option and see what else we can still do with this. So I'm not going to stay much on the field and whatever, since we have seen how to do field already. So let's quickly look at the numbers, or we're on label, right? Okay. So on the label options, we have okay, the label option here. You can see that we have the home office followed by what? 19%. You can say, okay, if you don't want it, you don't want them to be separated by a line. That what we have done, what we have here is new line. You can say, okay, by comma. Each one will be separated by a comma. With comma, it means that it is separated by a comma. But you can change it from comma to what? To new space. And I think new space is always making more sense to me. Making more sense to me. So it should be on new line. Let everything be on new line. So another thing you should notice that when you are formatting something in Excel, when you click on something like this, when you click on an element, see that all the three are selected. If I click on it again for the second time, the remaining two will be relaxed. It will be only this one. So when you want to format, make sure you select everything once and format them together. Unless you want to do a specific format for a particular one. For example, if I want to give this one a particular function, maybe I want to draw attention to it separate. I click it again, so that I can do the format separate or different from the other two. So, but let's quickly go back to this and go back to this option here, label option, and make sure that it's on new line. Everything should be on new line. Let them be the same way. And now you can see that we have home office percentage only. What about if you have the value also? We can also add the value. So you can see the value, you can see the percentage, and you can see the name. You can take it out a bit if you like, and you can leave it inside the color. You can take it out if you like. And you have it like this. And so we may not do the formatting of all these things like what we did before. Okay, sorry. Format, printer. Let's see if it can work. It will take a lot of time trying to format it in the same way. But since we are formatting one, we are formatted once, you can see the way the colors are formatted. Now let's move to this. The third one. Now, there's something I want us to also learn from this one. That's why I did like this. When you have too many clustered this like this, sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense. So the clustered column chart like this can be can take time, exactly when you have like 5 or 6 items you want to compare. This very small item, you can see that, okay, you can see central together, you can see this and that. But as it is now, you can still create this in a better way. For example, you can use what is called stack column chart. If you select stack column chart, you're going to see the total sales per each of these, and you see the contribution per each of the item also. So with this will save time, and you can always see each of the item and compare them side by side, instead of having 4 lines or 5 lines or 7 lines in a 5 whatsoever way. So you can always do something like this, and you can change it to any design, any chart of your choice. Any chart of your choice you can always change. And for formatting also, I used formatting here before. If you want to format and you don't know how to format much, or you are looking, there are options there. There are a lot of formatting options that has been done that you can always try and use. Anyone you like, you can always go back and use them from here. Because now, so you also have formatting, sample formatting here. So the same thing with this, you can do some formatting from here. You can change, you can use any color of your choice. You can use something like this, and you can change the color, the background color, anything you like. You can always go ahead and do that. Now, in this case, we are going to leave the legend, because the legend is talking about the color. And since we have a lot of colors, trying to bring west will not make sense. Here we only have one corporate, one consumer, one home office. Delete this, don't need it. But in this case, we need legend, because if you bring legend to all this, it's going to take make the whole thing look somehow. But why don't we take the legend down instead of the side? We can take it to bottom, so that it can save more space for us. And this one we have here, we can hide it. We can hide all this button and the legend again. Let's bring back the legend again to the bottom. Okay, it's there. It's there. So the legend can be at the bottom, so that we can have more space for our chart. No title. Let's bring title. You will see that you will notice that the elements in each of them are not the same. The element that will come up will be based on the number, the chart you pick will determine the kind of element that's going to show. If you click on this, I think here we only have like 3 elements. In this case, we have multiple elements, and in this case, we have multiple elements too. So let's analyze this. Let's give it a heading. This is sales analysis by is it segment or whatsoever? By
region.
By category.
Region.
No, it's category. Okay, by category and region, exactly. Yeah. So let's use category. Category. Because this is the category: furniture, office, this and that. That's the category. So we also have region within it also. We can also add by category and region. So let's summarize this number. Let's summarize the number, and let's put the number in thousands. Okay. So then the final one. So this one also, I added this to show us, to learn something again from this kind of chart also. You will see that we have 2 legend here: sum of sales and number of customer. Let's see them. Can you see number of sales is in thousands? This one is in units. That is the reason when you see the chart, you cannot see anything on the axis. The red is not showing at all. The red is not showing anything. You cannot see it. While we are seeing this one in millions, this one, there's nothing to show up for this. Why? Because the number is just less than 1,000. Well, we have the minimum here is just 50,000. There's minimum 500 here, but in this case, The number here is just 1 to 100. So when you have something like this, what do you do? When you have something like this, what do? You just go back to analyze, or your design, and change this type. This amount, you select what is called combo chart. Combo chart is when you have two types of chart. When you want to have two charts, either column and line and column, or bar and column, whatever. But in this case, I'm going to use line and column. Now we have seen that this is how it's going to look like now. The line will show down, but this is a straight line. It's still not making any sense. We can still not compare the sales, the number of customer with the sales. We can still not compare the number of customers we have with the sales. So what do? You can right click on it and change the type, or you can change it from where we are changing from. What we are going to do now is to make this line chart, because the axes are not the same. The axis is very small. We're going to create a different axis for this one, and we'll make it secondary axis. Secondary axis. So with this now, the axis here, this one now will now follow, this line chart will follow this axis, while the column chart will follow the other axis here. So let's take this one down. Is it clear now? Now you can see that now the line, now the number of customer, now you can see the number of customer moving along between 0 and 25. It means that when you touch this line, when you touch the line, you are talking about the line here. But when you talk about the bar is talking about what we have here. Any question on that? Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, for me.
Okay, thank you. One is good for you, it's good for everyone. Okay. Aha. Okay. This is what I wanted to show before. But you can see that it's showing here now. Under the number format also, you can have this option of formatting. Under the number format, you can see that for this axis now, you can format it using any of these that you have here. Accounting format, all the format that we have, and you can do custom formatting by yourself. So with this, you can just use the normal command we have before. This one command stands for what? Thousands. And you can say, okay, this, okay, this. And you had this. So when you have something like this, bam, it's not, how many commands do we have here? Okay. We have 0, 0, comma, for 1,000. It's in 1,000, right? Yeah, I think it should work now. Why? Okay, this is it now. It should work. It's in 1,000 now. So you can always use custom formatting. If you want to add anything to it, you can use that under number format. And number format is always on this, the line, last one here, this line. So you give you number. This is how you're going to see your number formatting. So you have the label options and you have the number formatting. So let's hide all this. Okay, let's hide all this. Hide this. Then let's hide the grid line. Let's hide the grid lines. You can delete it. You can delete the grid line, and let's look for one design here. Let's look for one design and apply. I'm looking for a simple one. Okay, I think this one. This is too much. Okay, I think it's a bit simple, but this great line, the lines there. Okay, I think it's a bit simple now. So, but there's no heading, no name for this. There's no name on this, so let's add the header. Let's add title name to this. Just title, and there is customer analysis. Customer analysis by region. Now, one thing about Excel is that Excel does not have a good, but now I think it's becoming better now. The map chart is not that very robust in Excel, but now with the Office 365, people using like somebody that is, I think the person that launched the Excel that time, I think you are using 365. The man that opened Excel in the browser, I think you're using Office 365. So with 365, you can see, I think the map there is a bit okay, but we're going to learn map chart better when we get into Power BI next week. Now, we have like 4 charts already. Let's quickly use this one to create a small dashboard. Let's quickly create a small dashboard here now. Okay, let me create a new sheet and let's name it dashboard. And so the first thing I'm going to do under this dashboard here is to we can even do it here. Don't let me waste time. Let's do from here. So I'm going to select the entire sheet here. Remember how to select the entire sheet? Just select the entire sheet by the top left here, and go to view. Remove the grid line. All the lines will go off. Then you can go to Home tab and put it on the gray mode. On a gray mode, or a light gray or silver. Any light color can just be at the background, depending on the color you prefer. So just have a play. And if you want to use a white background, that means your visuals will have color. Sometimes you can use a gray background and make sure your visuals are white. Whichever one you like, you can always do that. Like this one, and do something color, the white color. Let's their color look somehow like sorry, this one, this black man. Let's look at the color. Sorry, this design. Look for a white color. Okay, something white like this. Okay, now we've had these 4 visuals there. Now let's quickly format them. Let's arrange them using creating. There are different ways by which we can create our dashboard, but I'm going to use this simple approach for us now. So, and sometimes you can have them in. You can first design. You can design a shape where you now put them inside different shape or whatever. And sometimes you can just create just a simple something like this. It's going to work. It's still going to work for you. But there are something you have to put in mind. Here, you need to add some KPIs. You remember I added some pivot table here. So we use this one for KPI. KPI is the key performance indicator. Those are the things that quickly tell us the summary of what do you call it? That gives us a summary of what we have. You get it? Summary of what we actually. Let me remove this, delete this, and rename this. That's a summary of what we are actually analyzing. Maybe in a business, you can have sales, gross profit, net profit, this and that. You can quickly have something like that. are called KPIs. So dashboard. Okay, so in this case now, let's quickly insert like three. Let's insert like three shapes. You see shapes here. Let me drag the shapes recently used. Where is the one that has a rounded corner? I think this is a rounded corner. This is over. This is rounded. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
No, sir. You're still for my own side. Maybe I need to log out and log in back.
You can't see my screen. Is that so to everyone?
It's just personal.
No, let's other people know. Let's check on that. Can you see my screen, please, everyone?
I saw your screen. I see your screen.
Okay.
Let him log out and log in back.
Okay, you can log out and join back again. I inserted the blue shape now. Can you see the blue shape, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So that means you can see my screen, truly. So this is a blue shape I just brought in. And here, I want to quickly format it. Put a format. And the shape here, the shape here, I can give it any color of my choice. I can remove color, no fill. So that it will take, if I give it no fill, it will take the color of the background. There. Now you can see that it's like there's nothing inside it. But if I give it a color, the color will show. So let's make it like let's make it like white. Let's give it white color. White color. And the shape, let's give it a kind of shadow. Let's use something like this. And we can use it for other ones too. Anything you want to format, you can always use any formatting for all this. You can always format them, add anything to them, the outline, the effect. You can still do so many things here to make it look anyhow you want it to look like, or to look alike. So it can look alike as if this thing. Okay, as this thing is, I want to add text to it. I can click on insert. You see text box here. Text box. Under insert, you see text box. Let me put text box here. It's okay. Let me expand this table, this one, and let's expand this. So this is a text box. I say okay. Total sales. Sales. Total sales. Now let's format it. Go to your home tab and format as usual. Bold, center, and you can increase and change font. Okay, that is total sales. So if you like this line, you can see that the line is showing here. You can remove the line so that nobody will know that it's a different text box. So let's remove the outline, the line on that no outline, so that the line will not show. To just be as if it's part of. You can see that the outline is no longer showing, but it's still there. But the moment I click outside it, the line will go off as if there's no line there. Can you see now? So it's like part of this image that I created there. So I want to add another one, another text box again. Insert text box to the right, text box, and then we have it like this. This is where I'm going to put the figure, which is our sales. So the figure now, please look at this place very well. This is where most people usually get it wrong. This is where people usually get some things wrong here. Now, to bring in figure to this place, You cannot bring the figure of pivot table easily in Excel. Look at it now. When you want to link something in Excel, type equals to, you will see E10. But when you link pivot table, when you want to link cell in Excel, you can just say equals to this cell. You can see D17, right? But in Excel, when you link pivot table, it's not going to show you the same thing. See what we have. Long name, get pivot data, all this long name. That's what you get when you link pivot table. So for the purpose of your pivot chart, your dashboard, you know what you do? Link it separately. Link them. First link this one. So let's get the average instead of this one. Let's use average purchase now. Average. Let's use total profit instead of count of sales. Let's use profit so that we can see the total sales and total profit. Sorry. Let's change this one to profit. Count of sales. Let's change to profit instead. And take this one out. Okay. Link this one outside again. Let's format it. Control 1. Number format. This and OK. This one the same thing. Format cell. Numbers. This. OK. Number profit. And the same thing with this. So we can leave this. Let's leave this. So you link them separately first. This linking, this second linking now is not part of pivot table. You know, the first one, this is when you link this place, you see what we have. Get sales, just long name. But if you want to link this one now, this one will give us the normal Excel linking equals to B4. Is that clear now? So we are going to make use of this number here. We're going to make use of this one now, not this, because this one, you cannot link this one to text box. But we can link this one to what? To text box. That's a simpler way. That's a simple way of doing that. Now, here now, I can now come here, select this box, this text box, type equals to, and go to where you have the data and select this. These are total sales. These are total sales now. Control 1, number format, this, and OK. So on your dashboard now, you can see that we now have our sales there. If you select the other one, that be is it A4? A4 will not give you anything. It just give you error because it's what? It's pivot table whatsoever. So let's centralize this. Let's bold in this. Sorry. Let's select this. And let's bold in it. Bold this. Increase the value. And format it. Centralize. Let's add currency to this. Let's add currency to it. For these two. Control 1. Let's make them currency. And let's give them, is it Naira or dollar? Let's use pounds so that we know that we have this is a big money, big business. Okay, so we can see the currency here. So good. You can use any color of your choice. You can format it. You can give it background. Let's give it a gray background. Okay, let's make it white background, and let's remove the outline. Let's remove the outline. Okay, let's change this. Total sales. Let's change it to total sales. Let's format total sales. Shape to black, and let's change the text to white. Text to white. Let's change the text to white. text field to white. Okay, it's okay. So we have the first one. Control D. Let's duplicate it. And let's copy this. Control D also. Control D. Let's take it here and give it total profit. And this one, the last one, is the sales. Control D also. Take it down here and bring profit into this. So this is B4. What you guys are profit? That is on cell what? Cell B7. Profit is on B7. Just change it to B7. So we reformat this. You double click inside. Hold Shift and then copy this. Highlight it. Let's increase the font. Use the pounds, bold. I think we are okay with that. So that's the second one. And number of customers we have also. Let's duplicate this. Control D. Control D, we duplicate it. Third one, yeah. Okay, so let's bring the third one. Number of customer. Control D. So it's 4 already. Please give me 15 minutes, please, to round up this. Number of customers. Okay. Okay. Let's highlight this. Let's reduce the size there a bit and see what we have. Okay. This is okay. And let's copy this and bring it here. So now let's look at the number. This is on cell B10. B10, we change this to 10. So let's select what we have inside. The bold increase 9,900. I think the number of customers does not need 0.00. Number of customers does not need 0.00. So Control 1 and remove this 20. Since it's not about money. That's just a number. Okay. Okay, like this. Now the last one here, Control D, take it to the side. Let's give it a name. Let's make it like this. Let's call it insert text box again, or we can bring this one. Control D. Control D. Drag it here. We can have this like this. Okay. let's change the text. BMC Jan DAX 2024 sales analysis dashboard. Sales analysis dashboard. Can break it down to 2. Can format this bigger. Let's make it bigger. And change the color. Red. And let's change one from black. Let's remove the shape fill. No fill. And this one in white. The one in white here. Remember there's white color there. So the font. Let's change the font to black. So that's the dashboard. Now let's add an image. Insert a logo. Image. Multi concept logo. Let's bring a small logo. You can see that we can just drag it and resize it here. Depending on the logo of the company you are working with. So now remain 2 things. One is slicer. You can see that what we have here is still not doing anything. This is just a random image or random picture. It's just like a random picture, like our server. If we reduce it like this, yeah, is looking like is fine, but it's still not communicating anything. What to make it to be interactive is the introduction of slicer into this. Now let's quickly insert slicer. Click on any of the pivot table. Any of them, click on it, and go to analyze. Let's insert slicer now. Click OK to refresh. Okay. And let's again and insert again. Okay. Now the slicer, it depends on what. Let's say we want to look at this data. We've seen the year, the month. Let's bring some things to this. Let's look at the ship mode. Let's bring ship mode. Let's look at the product. We have category there, right? We already have category. We have category already, so we can't just do net of category again. We have the year. Let's bring the year. And let's make it 3. Ship mode. The city. There will be plenty cities. City will be too much. Region, right? Let's bring region too. And let's click OK. So we have 3 slicers here. 1, 2.
Slicer this and where did you click slicer?
Okay, I will show you. When I select, I click on this visual, and when I click on this, you see analyze. You can see slicer here. Insert slicer. Is that clear? Okay. So when you add slicer, sometimes if you have a long list, your slicer can be, I will show you, sir. Don't worry. So we have 4 years. These are the slicer we have the same. I want them to be of the same size. Okay. Now, when you click on this, you can see that we now have a new option here called slicer option. So here, you can now select how you want the slicer to look like. You want it to have 2 columns. You have 2 columns now. It was 1 column before. You can make it 2 columns. You can increase the height of what you have inside. You can increase the width of what you have there. You get it now? So you can format your slicer the way you think you want it to look like. So let me reduce this so that we can have the same length. And let's make this one Y1. So we have the 4 years. All the 4 years are here. The same thing with region. Also increase the size of the region, make it look of the same size. And this other one too. You can also do the same thing for this and increase the size also. Let me increase this option. Let's make it bigger. Okay, and the last one also, let's make it bigger also. So these are the 4 modes of our shape mode, the region and the year. But when you click on this of the year, when you click on the year now, you can see that we can see the effect here. 2017. Only this chart is responding. Can you see? Because I click on this chart when I was creating the visual. You get that now? Because I click on this, so it's only interacting with this. How do we now make it interactive to all? Let me clear the filter. How do we make it interactive to all this? Just right click on the visual and click on slicer settings. Sorry. Click on size and the properties. Oh, where's the connection? Sorry. Sorry, this is it. Report connection. Yeah. Now here you now select which pivot table you want it to work with. You select all the pivot table that you want this thing to work for and click OK. So now when you click on this now, all the pivot table that are associated to that whatsoever will also react to the analysis. So you can see the total sales part in 2019, 2018, 2017, 2018, 20 this. So each of the year you can see what is happening to them by click of this slicer. So the same thing with this. When I click on this, we have report connections. Select all the reports that you want to interact with. Any pivot chart that you don't want to use, you will not check the box. If there is one that you don't want it to change, you want it to remain static, you will not check the box here. So in this case now, I want all of them to change. So when you click on, you can see the sales from each of the region. In 2016, you can see in 2016 now.
Have you done anything that your slides are sure?
So please, can you remain muted, please? Central, South, and West. So, and the third one again. No, so slicer can work for pivot table. If you have pivot table, if you want to test what we are doing, go to pivot table, insert slicer. It's going to work for you. Yeah, can still work for you. Bring shape mode here.
My slicer is fainted in my own Excel.
I've explained before. Where were you when I was explaining Ogami? I've explained that now. Ah, God. I said you save it. You have to resave your Excel as the Excel workbook. Your Excel is currently on compatibility mode. Resave it. Yeah, save as and click Excel workbook. Then close it and reopen it. Your slicer will work. Any single line you can miss a single line in the class and it will take everything you have done and it will take you off balance. Please don't let us miss anything when you are in class, please. Okay, so the last one can do the same thing for it. Report connection. Select all the boxes, and okay, this and hit OK. So with this now, you can see you can interact with them based on the class of whatever. You can clear the filter. This X will clear the filter. And sometimes there is need to select more than one. when you want to select more than one slicer, you use this box here, this multi-select. So with this now, you can select this. Here now we have 2016 and 17. These are 2 years, 16 and 17. Everything you have here is 2016 and 17. You want to select more than one here. You want to see the central and the west together. You want to see central and west. Can you see them now? Yeah. So you can do multi-select from here, and you can do single select. So, and that is how to add slicers. So the last thing we're going to learn is how to protect your workbook. How to protect this workbook. How do you protect this? You know, when you present this to somebody and they start clicking on it, they start dragging, the whole thing will just dabaru. It will look as if, what's all this you have done? You get that now? So how do you protect your workbook? Fine. What you do is, first thing first, you select your slicer, because your slicer, they will be using the slicer. You go to size and property of, and you check this locked. You move this lock for the first one. The other one again, you remove the lock, and the third one, you remove the lock. So after removing the lock for these three, then now go back to your review and protect sheets. Protect sheet, put your password and click OK. I'm not using password so that this is just class. But in the real life, you use password. Now, nobody can click anything on this sheet. Nothing on this sheet can change again. Nothing except this one that we have removed locked. So when you give somebody now, they can only work here. Anything you are doing, they can only touch the slicer. But every other thing here remain what? Static. Nobody can do anything with your visuals. You can only work with slicers because we have made it active for work. So that is a simple way. This is just a simple way of creating a simple dashboard in Excel. Now with this, you can save this as whatever. Now you can save this as what do you call it? As PDF and share with anybody you want to share with. Just go to Save As and save as PDF. Save as PDF. Let's see how it's going to look. Superstore, dashboard, PDF, and it's okay. Let's see. It don't make anything sense. Sometimes it may be too small. You may need to resize it. Oh, this is 2 pages now. These 2 pages. Let's resave it. View. Go back to view. Go to page break view. This is a line here in between them. But layout should be landscape. The line is still here. There's a line. You can see a line here. There's a line. If I expand this, the line that break it is there. So we can let's see how to change that. Now it's like just this thing now. We have it as 1 page now. So as it's 1 page now, let's go to print preview and see how it's going to look. Print preview. So it's okay like this, but we may need to expand it so that it can fill the paper better. So with that, you can just select all your rows and then try to expand them once. Expand the size, the row size, the height of the row height. Let's go to home, format the row height. Oh, we have protected the sheet before, sorry. Let me unprotect it. Okay, the row. You can see that nobody can work on it again unless you have to remove, unless you remove that. The row height. The row height. Let's increase it a bit to like 14. 14. Sorry, all. We need to change all. Let's increase all the rows to 14. The row height to 15. Let's see. I'm going to look like only this one. Okay. Aha. I think it's the row is now bigger than the usual row before. So let's see how it's going to look in preview now. Print preview. I think it's a bit it filled whatever more. You can see increase the row. Home tab. Let's select the entire sheet. Home. There's row height to 18. Okay. So we can increase, you know how to increase all this. You can always increase this, increase the size, make sure everything feels very well. And fill this one. Okay, I think by now the printing should be a bit better now. I think this one feels better. Then let's print to PDF. Print to PDF. Okay, the PDF and print. What do you call it? Superstore or BMC. BMC DAX whatever. And 2024 dashboard. So, this is XPS. So let's see. Not as a PDF. Save as PDF. PDF. That one is not PDF really. So you can print to PDF. You can save to PDF. You can print. You can save to PDF. Either of the options. You can always have your visuals. So here is our dashboard in PDF format in Excel from Excel. So this is just like a sample of what we have done all this while. So this is the result of what we do today, from pivot table to pivot chart and to dashboard. So any question on this? Any question so far? I know you are going to sit down and practice this again. You're going to sit down and practice it. Since I've stopped practicing since after we created pivot table. So for the chart, the formatting, and the dashboard, I will implore you to just take your time and create it. Once again, for those of us who came late, this is the way to create, to download your video from YouTube. Because I don't know why we are not able to download from Microsoft Teams. So I don't know what is wrong with them. I've set everything I need to set. I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know. So, but since it's already in our YouTube, just click on the video from the YouTube. Then, in front of this Y, in front of the Y, this YouTube SS, just put SS here. Double S in front of it. Click OK. It will take you to a new page. This is the page where you're going to download it. So you're going to see the link coming up here. If the link is not coming up here, no problem. Go back to your visual, to your link, copy the link, and paste the link here. So when you post the link, it will show you the video. Just click on download. Your download will start. This thing will start coming to your system, but it will take you to an advert page for betting. If you are not fan of betting, just close the betting site and come back to your main job. So it's already, as it is now, so it's already downloading. If you check your download, you're going to see it in download. So data, you can see it downloading already. So that is a simple way to download. That is a simple way to download from any YouTube video, any YouTube. Just add SS to the beginning of the video, but make sure you start playing before you add SO. Make sure you start playing. You add SS, click enter, it take you to where you're going to download it, just like this. Then if the link is not coming up, just paste the link inside it. You will see your video and you download it free of charge. So we get to the end of today's Excel class. Let's practice. Only one person submitted the data model. Only Dr. Mori or so. The one we did yesterday, only Dr. Mori submitted it. Please, let's try and don't let us pile up too much classes, please. When you pile up too much, it will be difficult to catch up. Try as much as possible to just, I know we are busy, just let's try to always move close to the next class. So we're going to start Power BI next week. We're going to start our Power BI next week, and I would advise us to have gone through our Excel before then. Gone through all the Excel classes. It's just 4 classes, 4 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. Our Power BI is going to be like 3 classes, 4 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. Then the next class after that is going to be like a revision. It's going to be like revision after that. So we're going to have a time together to review what we have learned in Excel and Power BI together. So that it will, whatever challenge we are facing at that time, we'll look at it together. I think it's going to be, after Power BI, we're going to have good revision and project. You get it now? So please, let's try as much as possible. Before we move to SQL, we'll try to resolve every problem we have with Excel and Power BI. And anything you want to add, we can add it to it so that all of us will add to our knowledge and gain something there.
Mr. Kim.
Yeah.
When we download that, it's showing us Bet Nigeria something.
Close down. I said you should close that site and come back to. I've shown you. Yeah, it's going to show. They're advertising on the page. That's what they are selling. Close that one and come back to the other one that you have. It always come out. Anytime you click on it, it will always show you. Look at my screen now. When you click on download, it will take you to the Bet Nigeria. Close the Bet Nigeria and come back to your video. It's already downloading. It's already downloaded now. It's already downloading now as it is. So if I stay blank now, I will just use my data. So that is it. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Any question before we round up? Okay. If there's no question, you can ask question from the group. No problem. Anytime. Ask question from the group. We'll answer you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Kim.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. So my question is for the next class.
Okay.
Are we going to put the Power BI on our system before the class? Or
yes. I'm going to send you how to install. I'm going to send the link on how to install Power BI to you.
Okay.
I'll send a video to you or a link on download and it's very easy to
I'm
install.
having now is how the only challenge I'm having now is how you use the index formula yesterday when you are trying to combine it with match. That is the only challenge I have.
Just watch the video. Watch the video again. If it's not clear, I will take you, or I can send you on that video again. Maybe from another class, one of my previous classes. Okay. I can still be of help again. Okay, even this one, this dashboard, I will still add one more video for you so that you can also practice with another data again. I have like two or three different dashboards to practice, and that will not be new to dashboard again. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So let's call it a day. I will send this video now. I will first send the things to you. Then later I will download, upload to YouTube, and share the new YouTube video again. If what happened yesterday repeat itself. So I don't know why they are making it difficult to download.
Akim, if possible, you can download, save, and send to us. It's better.
I will first send the first one to you. If you
Okay.
can download, if it's not working, then I will download and upload again and share with you.
Okay, sir. That's fine.
I will do that. But I will first send one to so that you can start learning before I finish with my own. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate everyone for your time. God bless you.